Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Back again for some more sports betting action. 14 games in the Major League Baseball here today. And two in what I think Alan likes to call the WNBA. We saw a little bit of action there last night for the draft. I guess it wasn't, too suspenseful, but he seems to be a really genuine, nice guy. And I kind of like that. I hope he does well. I hope the Spurs win it all next year, Ramon. How are you today?
Everybody's really excited about Victor Wembanyama, but there were lots of news out of the WNBA. I want to talk WNBA because that's what we're crushing right now in the NBA draft. Great, uh, good pick. Maybe it didn't get as crazy as I thought. We did see some big news come out of it as far as established players, the trade of Chris Paul to the Warriors now. So maybe that's one landing spot. They took a shooter, by the way, with their first round pick. I shot, I think, 44% from three at Santa Clara. Looks like they kind of stayed home a little bit, but saw a little bit of movement from a few of the teams, mostly shuffling draft picks. Didn't see a lot of veteran trades or anything like that, and they're still kind of cleaning up what happened. The other trade with Porzingis to Boston. The only thing that bothers me about that is why does this guy already on 4 teams or something like that? If he's that good, he is good, but keep wanting to say WNBA because we're in the
Let's
middle
just
of
go to the WNBA, Ramon. Let's
do that. So
are we going to take a look
NBA,
at Seattle going 0 for 21 in the third and fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 26 seconds.
yeah, but we did. You gave out the fever. I gave out the under.
Yep.
We had Washington and Chicago to go under, and I gave out Connecticut, and that is who you had. I'm sorry if I cost you any sales there. It was only obvious you were going to go with Connecticut. I went with Connecticut on the show. You went with them with a premium, and great job, Mindy. You had some nice winners yesterday. We were 5-1 on the morning's team. I don't want to, bury that too much, but a pretty good day here yesterday for us, Mindy. Again, top of the charts. We'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com in just a second, but good job by you, by the crew. We definitely had some consensus going with, so take a bow in the chat. Let's say hello to some folks and get this show rolling. But we do want to greet everyone who's come in early and have the kindness to say good morning. That's what keeps us coming back.
Right.
At this point, at least that's the way I feel. Get up excited, ready to see the folks. So let's say hello. Look who was here first was Ron today, talking about the Rays. Mindy, the news it's not an arm injury for McClanahan. You can get an arm injury if you have a back injury and you keep going. So don't, I'm not saying, tell your trainer if you're a pitcher out there. I don't know, teenagers are watching probably our show, but if you want to stay in the game, never say the word "my back." You're gone. Because that's how you get an arm injury. Any tweak in your motion can just set off a whole chain of things. So get them out of there. Maybe miss a start, whatever. It does not look like serious. I wouldn't think it's not an arm injury for McClanahan. So, a back can be something where you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you alter your motion a little bit, and so I think that'll be fine. Tampa Bay does not want to lose this guy, even though they're a plum in quality pitching. Mighty Saint, hello, Mighty Saint. Much love. Bionic is here. Good morning. Sherilyn is here today. Andre talking about the Yankees last night. Mindy. I gave out that Seattle play on our leaderboard show update yesterday. Take the Mariners yesterday. And also gave out the total on the show over. Ziggy's here today. Did Ziggy's picks come across? I don't know yet. I don't know, Ziggy. Did I see him yet? Did I miss him? Thomas Lewis. I want to say this about Thomas yesterday. Maybe we could just cover it right now because we don't have a game to preview. Yesterday, Thomas's comment on the show, I was teasing that I always forget what people say. I remember this specifically. Thomas said, LSU has great defense. And that guy made the play of the year in any sport. It looked like that first baseman with that play on the bunt. It was very Derek Jeter-like. Remember when Jeter had the backhand ball flip? The famous play where he got the ball and flipped it. And that was almost
running across second.
Player looked like yesterday. And it was great defense, and LSU walks it off. I had a premium Wake Forest plus a 1.5. I feel a little bit gypped. You had the winner, though, on the show, so that's fine. And I gave out the under, of course, in that game, and it was a dead solid under. But
I would say so.
Thomas Lewis, hats off to you. You said LSU's got the defense, and quite frankly, even though their starting pitcher was absolutely incredible, and so were the Wake Forest pitchers, it was a game of the year, almost in any sport. For all sports, right? I mean, it could have been the game of the year. I think the ESPY date has already cut off. I don't think it can, because the ESPYs are coming up here in just like a month or so. I don't think that can win the game of the year, but that was one of the games of the year in any sport. College baseball is the most popular sport. ESPYs do cover, and there were some great games, obviously, in other sports. And who wants to say 0-0 is the game of the year? But it was edge of your seat, especially the fact that, I've got the NBA draft and there wasn't, a couple of baseball games. I mean, I'm focused on this Wake Forest LSU game. Absolutely unbelievable game and a great finish. Kind of didn't want it to end. One of those games like your little kid sitting in front of the TV at midnight, hoping the game goes 23 innings, because that was a great game. All right. Yeah, but Herman, he needs to work through the problems, it looks like there. Yeah, Ziggy, Chris Paul. I don't know if he's reiterating or what we talked about. Good morning to Takia. Relly's here today. Hello, Relly. Butterscotch here today. And they're incredible. It's funny. You think about the odds of two twins, and it would seem like a long shot, but remember the Morris twins got drafted back-to-back as well. So it's kind of funny, if any sport you're going to have two twins, it might be basketball, right? I mean, you got and
those two look a lot alike too. It's not like one of those like they kind of look alike. I think they look.
With limited action, with the limited action yesterday, and so many monitors that I had one on the ABC coverage, one on the ESPN coverage, and I also was watching the channel Stadium, because that's the Shams Charania channel that you can get the pick off of his tweet or whatever. They were giving out the picks like 5 minutes before they were happening. But I really enjoyed the way, at first it felt awkward with the little couch with the families, but after a while I really started to enjoy that, actually, the interviews with them. So Ziggy says maybe that makes the Warriors the favorites again. So I also want to say, in the College World Series, Mindy, I was wrong. I said the winner of that game would be the favorite. It looks like right now the series is a pick'em between LSU and Florida, which I like LSU. I mean, you're going to have that young man pitch. And Florida's been great, but he looks unbeatable, actually. And granted, no runs were scored, but all right. And here's Alan. We have a couple of games. Don't forget. Yeah. And Daryl, we'll do USFL. I'll give a pick tomorrow, but I do have something for you in tonight's game. Last night's game, Mindy, was maybe a shift in power a little bit. BC winning the game. They've got great defense. They crushed yesterday. I lost that over here on the show, but the BC Lions absolutely crushed Winnipeg. Maybe a shift of power a little bit there. Winnipeg had trouble with the rush, 7 or 8 sacks on their great quarterback. So BC right now, the team to beat in the CFL. Here's Alan today is here. Nice to have Alan. And Matt D. Luis is here as well. Daryl's talking about the CFL game last night. Hey, Gigi Virgil. I think we've had Gigi Virgil here before. And I'm glad he says, go Padres. My Padres, if you will. They crushed them
I guess.
yesterday. Mindy. We went with the Giants. Maybe I'm just so cynical of the Padres, but that's just it with the Padres. They can explode at any moment. And Blake Snell, another great performance. Looks like he's found himself. Nobody can really, at this point, say this guy's not doing it. He is. Howard, hello. Fernando saying that Canelo fight is set.
He's ready for it.
These guys are over the hill, maybe, but they're finally going to do it. And Mindy, a lot of talk yesterday also. I don't know if you've heard this one, but they called Dana White to ask for potential locations for the possible fight of the century. Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg in either a MMA or boxing match.
I heard about
and
this.
They even released the odds. I thought Zuckerberg would be a slight favorite because he's actually shown that he's trained a little bit in some jiu-jitsu.
He's a little skinny guy, though.
He is, but Musk is kind of he's kind of on the 15-year-old Jokic body. So, but Musk was installed as the favorite by Bovada.
Wow, there we go.
Yeah, Ziggy Wright against the A's. Remember the backhand American League Championship Series? He did the backhand play on a relay from foul territory to get a runner out at the plate. So Daryl's ready for that college baseball series this weekend. Steve is here as well. CTG, hello, everybody. All right. Gabriel Mraz, hello. All right. Daryl as well. So,
it's a good day. Right. Friday's a good day.
Tommy's here today. Good to see Tommy. Skeens was doing the right. I mean, wow, what a performance by all the pitchers yesterday. We talked about it. So, let's see. Yep, and don't forget, the Collins twins. There were other twins as well in the NBA. Dick and Tom Van Arsdale were the first, but that was way back before my time. So, but there have been, several sets of twins. There was also I'm trying to think. I thought there was a couple other good sets of twins. Maybe the chats can come up with them. So, all right. I think I said hello to everybody at least, and you got some other comments. Just check them out there in the chat because we got to get this thing rolling. But Mindy, let's go over right now to Tony'sPicks.com real quick and take a look because I just wanted to share with everybody. We had a pretty good day on the show. We were the leading handicapper. I'm talking about the morning steam team. Want to thank everybody for our numbers yesterday. We got already 60 people in here. We got up to did we tie the record? We beat it? Is that it? Or did we set the record for viewership yesterday? Thank you to everybody. Okay, here it comes. Our standings. There we are, Mindy, on top, 5-1. We're keeping the roll going with the morning steam. Another strong day. So we're officially on a roll, I would say right now. Collins Brown, 4-2. Shout out Collins. Hope all is going well for you. Tim Irwin, 3-1. Joseph Schultz, 1-0. Another winning day for Tony. I think they're starting to pile up a little bit. The grind of the baseball season. This is where Tony kind of hits his stride a little bit. In the summer. Hollywood Sam 2-1, Tiffany Mance 3-2. Tiffany, you were 6-4 with some strong winners yesterday. Under in the Braves Phillies game, over in the Pirates and Marlins. We both had that one as a premium yesterday. You also had the Guardians as a premium, which I gave out on the show. And also under Red Sox and Twins. We also had the Twins as a premium winner with Team Steam. And you had the Mariners and the Yankees over as well. I already said I had it on the show, and you had it as a premium. So good day there.
That's
6-4. Rocky Riddles 2-1. Nick Lagaretos also there as well. For the last week, you know who's on top, Mindy. We are plus a dime.
Steam.
Yeah, that's you, that's me, that's everybody here in the chat. If you were, I guess if you're on some of our plays or encouraged us, so that's you guys too. So Tim Irwin, good percentage there, doing well. Collins, Rafi, there's Tony as well. Sean Dinwiddie, king of totals, keeping it low this week. Ben up there picking underdogs. Can't do better than that. Pick those dogs. And Tiffany in the profit as well for the last month. We're on top, Mindy. 1,200
right.
for the last 30 days. Sean Dinwiddie's up there as well. Don't forget our premium picks here at Tony'sPicks.com. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages, including those from Mindy and I on Friday. Tony's got his 3-pack Powerhouse Formula for Profit for Friday, so check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's get to it here with the show. We'll say hello to maybe a few more folks that just came in, and then we'll get rolling here as the baseball card. You already mentioned it. 14 games. Everybody's like, what? 14 games? You notice the Cardinals and the Cubs are not playing today. They will be playing in London or, in England. I didn't actually say, is it London again, or they go to a different city? I should know. The series is tomorrow. Maybe you guys, I'm sure Butterscotch can tell us about that. So Verley here today. Hello. And, all right, maybe I got to that. Let's see. And okay, I think we said hello to everybody. Oh, Kevin Graham, hello, nice to have you. Here we go. All right, Mindy, let's get to the baseball game for today. They're in London. Okay, thanks, Brett. Yeah, one more in London. I think they have planned to go to another city in the next year, possibly. Maybe it's Newcastle or something. I don't know. But remember, those games got out of control there a couple of times. So with runs, the park's a little smaller. Okay, here we go, Mindy, with the card today. All right, the Pirates are going to take on the Marlins. To lead us off here with Luis Ortiz going up against Jesus Luzardo. Both these pitchers have been in the profit here this season, and Luzardo is $1.75, maybe even $1.80 here at this point. This total is dropping. It got steamed already this morning since I have put these odds up, because the current line is 7.5 over -115.
Good. Keep dropping. That's what I say. Keep dropping. I like the over here today. I liked the over yesterday. Like it again here today. Looking for the Marlins here to keep it up with their bats, and the Pirates. They're getting a little bit of damage done. 4.44 runs of offense, allowing 4.39. That Pirates bullpen gives up a ton. 4.62 ERA, 247 hits, 31 home runs. A lot of action there. I like Luzardo here today as well. 3.04 ERA. But again, overall ERA sitting at 4 there as well. Looking for lots of runs here in this one.
Sounds like an over to me, Mindy. If you're going over, I'm going over in this one. Yeah, these guys are wrapping up their series, and I think everybody else is almost starting their series.
Fresh.
A couple of these games, interesting. So. Yeah, I want to go over here now at this new number of 7.5 for sure. Now the steam came in on the under. I think Cappers might be favoring the under in this one. We'll see what the chat has to say. Nobody's going to get me off this over in this game. It's the Pirates. If anything, Mindy, look, I mean, do we have any Pirates fans in our chat? Because they've got to be frustrated with this bullpen at this point. Now, granted, it ended up as a winner yesterday for us, Mindy, but the Pirates bullpen is just a disaster right now. They're giving it up big time. So let's see what the chat has to say, but I don't think I can change my mind. Hello to Gerardo. I'm going to have to get Gerardo to give me some soccer plays here, possibly. Butterscotch is ready for that Cubs series to start. Ziggy's on the Marlins here. Andre says Miami first 5. Ron says take the over. Taquilla's on the over. Kevin says Miami money line or team total over might be good as well. And talking, butterscotch. Here's butterscotch talking about that Pittsburgh losing streak. Steve says Miami and over. Butterscotch will lay 1.5. Feeling pretty confident here in this one with these two teams. Pittsburgh, big losing streak here. Matt D says lay the 1.5. Darren Marlins for sure. Good morning, Nathan. Nathan Serta. Fernando says fade it. So Luzardo, Marlins are 10-5 with Luzardo on the mound, even though his ERA continues to go up. And Nathan Cerna here on the money line. We're on the over. Mindy and I are on the over here, 7.5. Pirates and Marlins. All right. Well, I guess.
How many days is he going to pitch in a row?
This Schauber is going to come in and be the pitcher here for last week. He's sitting there waiting for his turn in this one. It'd be a big have the bookmakers not heard of the Cincinnati Reds at this point? Mindy, I don't know. Okay, Braves $1.55. I get it. They're the Braves, but don't forget the Reds are they're the hottest thing going. Come on. 11 straight victories, and they're $1.30, $1.50 underdog. All right, whatever. I get it. Braves are awesome. They're cool. Braves here $1.55, maybe even $1.60. This total 10.5 over 20.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it's going to have to do with Weaver, right? He's the one here that's sitting here with that 7.27 ERA staring me right in the face. So that's another thing. I mean, it's not like this Braves team can't hit. 5.41 runs of offense, and the Reds 4.79. You also have this Braves team with that huge slugging percentage, right? 813, only allowing 692. For me, I think I'm going to go ahead and back here the Braves in this one. I know I, of course, want the Reds to keep up this streak, but I think today is not the day. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Braves.
All right, Mindy, I'll go. I also am going to go with the Braves. I don't think I could ever put this. We just did. We just made it a premium. It's kind of weird, right? I don't think I'd give it out as a premium on mine because of the price. But you're on it. I'm on it. I think this feels like a better spot. Weaver. You mentioned the ERA, and it's even worse over his last few starts, 8.5 ERA in his last 4 starts. Smith Schauber, he's just made a couple of starts so far, so it really is an incomplete record for him as far as what to expect. So, but I'm still going to try the Braves here. I expect actually Smith Schauber to perform decently here in this game. So you mentioned it, Weaver, those issues, but it's hard to go against him. 11 in a row, especially maybe at the price. I don't really like the price even, but I think the Braves are going to win this game. I think there'll be mixed comments in the chat. I think there'll be I think there will be some Reds support, probably a lot on the run line.
A little bit.
Here in this one.
Good
job, Nathan.
Expected.
Ziggy says, here it is. Ziggy plus 1.5. Here's Reds money line for Fernando. Takia says Reds run line. And Nathan says he's it's about Weaver necessarily. So there's Thomas as well. Yeah, it's not a great matchup. Hats off to the Reds. Maybe it's not over. I mean, look, there's no reason to think that the Reds, they're not going to turn around and win the World Series necessarily, but they're not going to necessarily. I think they've made some strides. Ron, money line on the Braves. And right, Kevin says maybe strength of schedule situation. So. And that's right. Brett's calling him what we do. Smith Shover. He's shoving. That's what they do nowadays. Those pitchers, they're shoving. And we'll take them, Mindy. We come back and the Reds do it, we'll kick ourselves in the pants because, mine is basically more statistically oriented here, I would think, than the feeling of the momentum and all that. And we're on the Braves here. So, Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit of a mix. I'd say the chat's just a little bit on the Reds here. All right, Mindy, the Royals will be on the road again to take on the Rays. Zach Greinke here. I'm showing Tampa Bay. This one, Mindy, the Royals have taken some money here this morning. This one's down to 255. So I don't know how significant it is. The total now, though, has dropped here to the reported steam came in on the under, but now I'm showing 8 under 20. So just for a real quick reference here, Mindy, is that these lines were, when you see it at first, they're about 90 minutes old. And then when I update it, it's the current line. So anybody who sees the initial line can see where the money is kind of moving this morning. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the over today. I think we have a Tampa Bay Rays team that's really going to come out on fire here. Of course, the Royals are going to win some. No one expected it yesterday, especially with McClanahan. Just so happened he went out in the fourth. I think it was a 2-2 game at the time. One of those that he probably gave up more than what we, even expected there. But again, it's Greinke, 6.15 ERA here on the road. The Rays still 5.88 runs of offense. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and go over the total. It looks like we can have some bats that came alive here a little bit here for the Royals yesterday. And then I think a Rays team that's going to come out and show who's boss here today.
All right, Mindy says go over 8 runs, Royals and Rays here in this one. The Royals have gone over in 3 of their last 4 games, but it's more the Tampa Bay Rays. They've gone over in 15 of their last 18 games at home. So, with Greinke, the struggles there on the road, the Royals bullpen maybe as well. Eflin, maybe he started to clean it up a little bit. 3.1 ERA in his last 5 starts here, and he's gone under in 4 straight. So I'm going to lay the run line.
Okay.
You're on the show, -1.5, -135. Gonna go back to the Rays here in this one, despite what happened yesterday. Hats off to the Royals. Good job yesterday.
Gonna win some, just like the A's.
Yep. Good job there, Royals. Let's see what the chat has to say. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of Rays run lines still. I'm not sure anybody.
A lot of KC trash talk.
Yeah. No. And again, if anything, I mean, that, I don't know, kind of looks like an attractive money line price at only $1.35, or I think you can even get cheaper at some of the sharp books. So let's see here what the chat has. Here's Ziggy wants to go under in this one. Luis is on the Rays on the run line. And Ron says, just go right back to Tampa Bay here. They lost one. So does Andre says that. And Nathan says, wish you would have had him. The mayor of Baltimore is here today. Great to have Mayor here.
Baltimore.
Yep.
Nice.
Here's Tequila likes the over. Mayor says, take the Rays. Darren on the Rays. And Ron says, Eflin to get a win. Sounds like a prop. JD says he likes the under, but maybe Mindy scared him off it a little bit. Yeah, Nathan, Eflin definitely, hot. 10-3 as a starter are the Rays with Eflin in there. Kevin Graham says Rays money line, maybe the team total over.
I was hoping we'd see Londo. We gave him some good birthday picks yesterday, Ramon.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him yet. Probably sleeping in after a big night.
Kevin has Greinke in season number 35 here. So I don't know if there's going to be any, even on the bet. I don't think there'll be. I don't think teams in contention will make a move with the Royals for Greinke. I just don't think he has enough to interest them actually here. All right, that looks like enough in that one. Will be Mindy's on the over, and I'll take the Rays. run line here on the show. Twins and Tigers, Kenta Maeda going up against Joey Wentz, and the Tigers have found themselves. That line's wrong, of course. The Twins are favored 125, 9 under 20.
Yeah, Maeda hasn't exactly, been great coming off the injured list. He did have that ERA sitting at 9. Was better on the road, 2.67, but only 7 innings pitched, right? So just a one-game stretch in there with that lower ERA. And then Minnesota, they have lost about 5 of their last 7. Especially don't play well against teams with losing records. They play better versus those teams that maybe they shouldn't play good against, right? And then Detroit now has won 5 of their last 6 versus this Twins team. So I'm going to go ahead and go here on the Tigers. I'll take them on the run line, about minus 135. That's where I'm going here today.
Mindy says Tigers for her today are the choice, plus a run and a half in this one. And yeah, I had that line backwards. Sorry about that. That left me a little confused there. I just put it on the wrong team. The Twins were favored originally $1.20, so it's climbed up just a little bit here. The total got Steve to the over to 9 under 20. These two teams do certainly produce some overs of late. Tigers have gone over in 8 of their last 11 games with a push. Detroit on one of their best stretches of the season here, having won 5 of their last 7 games. But to me, this looks like a discount on Maeda. Yeah, he hasn't done anything necessarily yet to show that he's going to be a factor. He's got a 9 ERA and an 0-4 record so far in his 4 starts. He is making his first start in 2 months here in this one. But I can't. I don't know if I could pass on this price for the Twins. Tigers, okay, you're looking good, but let's see here. No, I don't want to. You're on the run line, so let me take the under in this one, Mindy.
All right.
If it's going to be at 9. I'm gonna go under. Steam came in on the over. I get it. Look, Wentz has the ERA close to 7. Everything kind of points to the over here, but 9 runs too many for me. I'm just gonna take the under here. I'm gonna say too high on the total. Let's see here. Oh, this crazy thing. Okay, I've got Ron on his Tigers here, plus a run and a half. Darren will be with you on Detroit as well. Luis on the Tigers. Mindy did say the run line, by the way. Fernando will be with me, though, on the Twins. Matt says they just whooped them. So in a series, this is the first game of this series, we know. Andre says go over. Fernando's on the over. Butterscotch says Detroit on the money line. Here's Ziggy on the over today. And Mayor Baltimore said Detroit cannot hit the Twins money line for Mayor Baltimore. And Leslie Love, good morning. Hello, Kevin Graham, Tigers team total over. Ziggy says go over as well. I'm in the minority here, no doubt about it. Takia on the Tigers. Verley says under in this one. He'll be with me and Verley together. But Mindy is on Tigers run line. I'll take the under here in this one. Contrarian for me, for sure. Next up, the Mets and the Phils. The Phils are favored here with Taijuan Walker, minus $1.15, 9.5 under 15.
I think Walker has been pretty darn good here as of late. I feel like this is something that might get this Phillies team moving here a little bit. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Phillies here. Minus 120. Walker, 2.25 ERA, only 0.8 home runs per 9 innings. So keeping those hitters off the long ball. So going to go ahead and take the Phillies at home here.
Okay, yeah, I think I got to agree with you in this one. The Phillies continue to be, they're still in a pretty good spot right now, despite, having to play the Braves, if you will, yesterday. No problem. You're playing the Braves in that one, but now you're getting the inconsistent Mets here. Phillies actually a couple games over 500. I like them here in this one. Let's see, what I say it was $1.15, $1.20 there on the screen, but I think it's about a nickel cheaper at the uh, books. Know this, so Senga did pitch 7 shutout innings against the Phillies back on May 30th, but Walker right now is kind of turned it around. 3-0 with a 0.45 ERA in his last 3 starts. We know the Phillies have still been hot, winning 13 of their last 17. It's exactly the opposite for the Mets. They've lost 13 of 17. Let's take the Phillies today for a consensus play here, Mindy, in this one. I've got Walker pitching a pretty strong game here against the Mets in this one. Senga, I think, can also do a pretty good job, but I'm going to take the Phillies here in this one.
All right.
What the I'm sorry, chat. Let me get you in there. Got excited when Mindy said, "Let's go Phillies." Just wanted to go with the Phillies. Butterscotch Phillies. Luis on the Mets, though. Andre will take Phillies first 5. JD says the under here. That's exactly what I feel right there, JD, what you're saying here. And Brett, Phillies all day. Ziggy will take the run line with the Mets. Nathan gives us a good stat, though. Says Mets 3-0, but the Phillies were without Harper in that series. Ron says he likes the Phillies as well. Takia on the Phillies. Mayor says take the Phillies. All right. Kevin passes. Can't pass on the show, Kevin. If we can't pass, neither can you.
Right.
It's always great. Kevin's been a good contributor here of late, joining the team. All right, Mindy. Let me see here. I've got to do a quick update on this next game because Dane Dunning got announced. We just weren't sure, and the line was a little bit late coming out here. But the Rangers look like they're the road favorite. I don't know what you saw, but I'm showing right now the Rangers about $1.15. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I didn't see much of anything, Ramon. I still have, all these asterisks looking for values from me because I didn't have the info.
Yeah, Dane Dunning looks like he'll get the start here in this one. We know he's done a pretty good job so far. So, yeah, maybe not the most complete information about this game. This was the latest breaker, but the odds are definitely starting to come up now. So, you have anything for us there at the Dunning?
Well, for me, I mean, like Schmidt Schmidt, he's just been having, I think, difficulties all year, all the way around. I think he got the win in his last one, but other than that, he's been really shaky. I know Dunning struggled here some, right? But again, he's sitting at a 2.43 ERA here on the road. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rangers team here today. They're the ones that score more runs, 5.78 runs of offense, only allowing 3.8 runs on defense. They have a little bit of an elevated bullpen, so looking for a good outing here from Dunning since they kind of have a not good bullpen. So I'm taking the Rangers here today.
Brett will lay the 1.5 with the Rangers. Ziggy will take the Rangers. Hello to Anthony Mule here today. Thank you for joining us today, Anthony. He's on the Texas Rangers here. Fernando on the Rangers. How about Andre? Rangers money line. And interesting, JD. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm showing Clark Schmidt. Maybe I could check a few more books. Let me just look at them. Look at the line service. Yeah, line service is Schmidt. So, and again, if you just a little tip for anybody, and we'll pop JD's comment on the screen. So if anybody, we know we have some people saying new to baseball. We're into the season now. I think everybody's got a hang of it. But, listing pitchers is a very important detail in betting baseball. If you just like your team to win, no matter who pitches, you choose action. So here's a little quirk, right? If you go in there and it still lists Severino and you want the Yankees, or you want to bet against, the Yankees, and you're choosing the pitchers, Severino, it's kind of their, you're going to not get the play in because if they're listing Severino, your ticket's probably going to say Severino. So you want to choose action there. My rule of thumb is I will usually only choose my pitcher I'm not worried about what the other team does because rarely, I mean, in maybe 5% of pitching changes, will the other team ever have a better pitcher come in? Usually, when a pitcher is scratched, unless you already know that there might be a little bit of switch, but you're usually always downgrading when a pitching change is made. So I want my pitcher to pitch, unless it's possible that there could be an opener. Then just choose action. But if you know you've got a quality starter and you're banking your bet on him making sure he starts, I always want my pitcher. I don't care what the other team does, so I won't necessarily go with listed pitchers. If the other team wants to switch, good. I want my pitcher versus action. So that's my rule of thumb. I'm not necessarily the, be all end all. That's just the way I do it. Okay, Ron says Rangers. Butterscotch says Texas. JD will take the Yankees here. Make sure you get that right pitcher. Hurley's on the Rangers. Clark Schmidt, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Virgil said it right here. Mindy, if you have bet on Schmidt every time, you're going to lose a half a unit every time he goes out there at this point. Mayor says go over in this one. And Kevin says take the Rangers. Darren says he'll like the Rangers. I think it's a consensus here, Mindy. Yep. Ron says RotoWire. We'll see. It feels like Clark Schmidt. So Relly says, what is the status right now on Aaron Judge? I think he's eligible. He's been eligible to come off for days. So at this point, right now his status is undetermined, I think, actually. So we shall see. Could he return? All right. We're on it, Mindy. We're on the Rangers here.
Sounds good.
Consensus play.
We got it. Rangers money line. Consensus play number 4.
Mariners and Orioles. Hey, good series this weekend here. In this one, I'm showing the close to a pick'em now. In this one, 8.5 over -115. Gilbert and Gibson.
Yeah, it should be a decent matchup here, I think. Mariners, we know, finally went ahead and hit the ball yesterday, got a win on the road. Other than that, they've been underwater, right? 14-20, haven't really been able to be a reliable backers of their pitching staff. The pitchers haven't been doing well. It's just been woeful hitting. I think they're still weak offensively, no matter how you look at it. That would be up and down the lineup. Yesterday, they just crushed it. I don't think it's going to go that way here again today. I'm going to go ahead and go on the Orioles right now. They're a little bit, slumping a little bit here. Expect them to get back on the train here at home.
Mindy likes the Orioles here to win this one at home against the Mariners. Good price. Got them in a pick here in this one. You got a team 17 games over 500 going up against a team that is basically at 500 or a game below 500 here with Gibson, just a 2.95 ERA in his last 6 starts, going 4-1 in that span. Orioles 8-4 in their last 12 games. Seattle, meanwhile, struggling on the road, 4-12 in their last 16 on the road. I'm just not sure. I'm not completely sold right now. I want to give the Mariners a chance today. This total at 8.5, I'm going to be on the under in this one with these two pitchers today. I'm just going to have to take the under here on the show. It looks like Steam came in on the over. I'm the Steam chaser, but not always.
I like the under.
It's just, people always say I'm always chasing those numbers. Not true. I'm going under here in this one today. See with the chat. I'm sure they're going to be on the Orioles, and I'm sure tomorrow I'm going to hear about it from everybody because everyone's going to be on the Orioles, and I don't know if I'm going to be on the Orioles. Here's Luis on the Orioles, Ziggy on the Orioles. Here's an under from JD. Let's get it straight from the mayor of Baltimore. And I don't want to make, maybe his name is Mayor Baltimore, but nonetheless, he's taking his Orioles. And maybe they've been, I don't know. I don't think they've been struggling too much. Andre also, man, we got Orioles fans here. Great. He says he loves his Orioles on the money line. Also a Nerfy here in this one. Orioles, they have not allowed a run in 10 of their last 15 first innings. Seattle has scored a run in 22 of 73 games in the first inning. Butterscotch on Baltimore. And Gibson, ERA close to 4. Yeah. Let's see here. Ron on Baltimore, Takia here on the Orioles. Anthony, thank you for those plays. Orioles first 5 here for Nathan. Here's Relly, Big O's. That's a card game, by the way. Big O. It's not what you're thinking. Here. Okay, Mike. No, I like Mayor Baltimore. I like Mayor of Baltimore. And Relly says, check out that weather, Mindy. Looks like it. But you know what? It was bad weather yesterday, and everybody was predicting that
the
Washington game wouldn't get in, and it sure did. Sure did get in. So we'll see. But Mindy's on Baltimore, and I'm on the under here. Thomas will take the under with me. And Relly's in Baltimore, too. So that's got a lot of Baltimores in here. A lot of DMV. We're up to 100 viewers. Thank you so much. You ever get nervous? No.
No.
Not the way we're picking them.
Not anymore. Not after doing this, for how many months? We're almost to a year, I think, right?
Yeah. Well,
it was like August, September, I think will be
early September, right there. September, I'll just say September 1st, somewhere around there. So
yeah.
We've been
maybe at first it was a little bit nervous, but I think we got back into the groove, got the hang of things. It's kind of like when you step into the batter's box, right, at the World Series, your legs shake a little bit, right? You're a little bit nervous energy, and then once you get in there, it's fine.
9.5 months we've been doing it. Speaking of World Series, controversial comments yesterday from the commissioner. He called the World Series trophy just a piece of metal.
Well, I thought there was something else that was funny. We were watching the game, and one of the announcers said something like, gosh, what was it? Kind of like, oh, well, that was just kind of, like mediocre or mundane. Like he just made it be like, oh, that hit, that was like, whatever. I was like, it's hard to get hits. So don't just say, oh, whatever about that hit, right? I wish I could remember what the phrase was now, but it kind of caught me off guard that he was like, ho hum, just a hit.
There were some darts out there too, and great, right at guys and stuff like that. But all right, next up here, athletics. Let me see. I want to make sure I get everybody there that Baltimore was talking. Let's see. There's a few more comments there. Maybe maybe it is a little bit worse. I have the Baltimore weather here. Let's see here. I'm not showing much of a chance of rain, and I'm showing just modest winds, 4 to 5 miles an hour out to left center. All right, here we go. In this one, let's see here. Athletics. Oh, I want to say hello to Diamond Hand Ape. Welcome. Next up, Mindy, is the Athletics going up against the Blue Jays here. Blue Jays going to be a huge favorite, of course. Right now, I'm showing them at $2.90, maybe even $2.95. Let's call it $3. Doesn't matter. 915. Bassett is, not the same Bassett when I was talking him up a few weeks ago. He's definitely come back down to earth, but Caprillion has not found his way either.
So what does Ron say? He said over 9. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go over 9 here in this one today. Caprillion, I think he's maybe been better at times. Other than that, pretty, miserable perhaps. 7.27 ERA. Gives up 7 walks a game. I mean, you just can't do that, especially to hitters like the Blue Jays, right? That Blue Jays team can get on fire and they can go ahead and hit it out of the park. They've been struggling a little bit, right? Their average is sitting at 4.19. They were up in the fives here earlier. Again, the A's are always going to score some runs. They always find a way to do so. I'm going to go ahead and take the over.
I got to go on the over in this one. Yeah, maybe Caprillian's kind of cleaned it up a little bit. 3.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. The A's, however, are just 2-8 in his 10 starts. A's have lost 8 straight now, 5 of them by just 1 run. They, hang in there. But I've got offenses here for sure. A's have gone under in 9 of their last 13 and under in 6 of 7 Caprillian starts. But Bassett maybe starting to give it up a little bit. 7.71 ERA in his last 6 starts. So I think the A's can come through with their share of their runs. I still kind of think Toronto will get this one, maybe even cover that run line. I might be on it here. I don't like to play run. My record on the run line not very good with my premiums. It's probably been the difference between profiting and not. But let's take a look here with the Rays and the Jays. Brett's got a K-prop here for us. Jeremy says take Rays on the run line. Takia going the other way, says take those swinging A's. They cover. They always lose by 1 of late. Ziggy wants to go under. He's on against us here in this one. Fernando says Rays run line. I'm probably going to be with him. Luis is on the over with us. Michael Thompson says, good morning. Take the over. That's what we're going to do.
There you go. He did it.
Butterscotch.
No separation. No line separation today. Funny.
And Nathan, I know he means the Blue Jays. He only has a Cardinal to show it, but I think he's on the Blue Jays here. Mayor says, get me a Nerfy on this game with the A's and the Jays. Caprillian's allowed a run in the first inning in 4 of his 10 starts. The A's have scored a run in the first inning in 20 of 77 games. Bassett's allowed a run in 5 of his 15 starts, and Toronto has scored a run in the first inning in just 18 of 76 games. Fernando says, keep fading the A's. Andre says, take the over. And, well, good. Yeah, they might have had their – yeah. I don't want to say the wrong – okay. Here's Verley says over in this game with us. We're on the over, Mindy, in this one.
All right.
All right, the Brewers and the Guardians here, Mindy. The Guardians, $1.35 now. The move might be on the Brewers here. I'm showing the Guardians $1.35 and the total 8 under 15.
Yeah, Thomas Lewis, I saw it. It came up a little bit ago. He goes, I really think I'm going to take the Brewers today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Brewers here. I'll probably take them on the run line. It's kind of like sitting the Guardians -160 or the Brewers about -160. That's kind of where I'm looking. But I like the Brewers today on the road here. Kind of has to come down to some ERAs, right? We got 3.28 to 3.51. I think it should be a good pitching matchup. I know I give the edge probably to that Guardians team in the bullpen, but looking for some bats here to come alive here today for the Brewers.
And did you say run line though?
I'll take them on the run line, yes.
Okay, +1.5 at -165, maybe 170.
That's it.
So yeah, that's a little uncomfortable for me, but Wiley.
That's why I said it's uncomfortable either way. -1. Oh, I guess it's down to -135. Early it opened at -160. Gotcha. Sorry.
Wiley, you could do worse. I mean, Wiley, you'd be profitable if you took him every game this season, averaging +44 on the dollar. So pretty good for the veteran Wiley here. I'm not sure. It's hard to back Cleveland. Bieber, you lose 30 cents on the dollar with him, but 2.7 ERA in his last 3 starts. But Guardians are just 6-9 in his 15 starts. So I'm going to give out the under in this game, just because I just can't get on that price with you, Mindy. I don't want to necessarily go against you or with you. You know, but I'm not giving away necessarily what I like in the game because I might be on a money line one way or the other. But I will say I will give out a freemium here. This was probably going to be a premium for me on the total in this one under with these weak offenses. Certainly right now, I mean, no two greater disappoint throwing out the bad teams maybe, but
Hang in there, Ramon. Hang in there. Oh, man, we were doing so good. We had like full week of no internet problems, I think, until maybe right now. I was hoping Ramon will come back in there. Oh, nothing so far, huh? Okay. Well, Ramon might have to go ahead and restart. So we'll just kind of go ahead and take a look. I thought I heard something there from him for a second. But yeah, it looks like we got on this one. What do we got? Oh, goodness. I was trying to take a look here. Brewers by Ziggy, 1.5. Milwaukee, Cleveland. Oh, Scotch Lock. I like it. And then Venega, Luis, under 8 there as well. Andre has the no run first inning. I think that's a nice one, right? I kind of agree with Ramon. I kind of like the under here in this one. So yeah, looks like we got Fernando likes Bieber and those Guardians. Yeah, Kevin, sometimes that's how it is, right? Our job on the show is to give out picks no matter what. But yeah, not all of these are ones that we would probably play, maybe personally, that sort of thing. But we're giving you our best picks, no matter how we, take a look at it here. And then we got Jeremy Bryant. He likes that Brewers first 5 and the under for the team total. I was just getting through some of these comments here.
Perfect.
Yeah. So Mayor Baltimore Mike, he said the weather came in, hit Ramon's house. It's probably what it is. Those palm trees taking out the internet.
Yeah, the big tree gonna. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Thank you very much. Hopefully that was just a temporary bump in the road.
Like I said, we've been doing so good. We haven't had any hiccups here at all. And then boom, suddenly.
I don't know where I left. You gave all. You
Yeah,
gave
I just went through all of the comments. We went through it all.
Did. Okay,
You said you liked the under. You had some support there. Didn't see any. There might have been one over, perhaps.
Yeah,
kind of
like, on the over.
Yeah, it looked like Fernando was one that liked the Guardians. Other than that, I think we kind of liked.
You're on the Brewers run
line. Brewers, that's right.
I'm on the under.
Yes.
And a freemium. I like it a lot. Brewers 10-4 to the under in Bieber's starts. So yeah, these offenses have been disappointing. Thanks, Paul. Yeah.
Right. It was all a hoax.
What do I do? Just go.
Yeah, that was pretty close. That looks actually really good.
All right, keep it going. We got to get this going here.
Funny.
Next up, going to take a look at the next one here between the Red Sox
and the Sox.
Yeah, someone called it. They called it right.
So I know most things baseball. How was just the SOX come about in baseball? Do you know?
To call them
the SOX, yes.
Do we give the answer? Because I was just going to guess.
Oh, yeah, you can
know the answer.
I don't know. No,
okay.
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it's such an older, right? It might have just been like the terminology that was used for socks back when because remember they were mostly called stockings, right? Because that was the name of the
blue hose.
Well, right. Red stockings. Remember the red? There were the red stockings. They shortened to the Reds. And so it might have been just the way the word was spelled there. Okay. I don't know. I will look into it.
Yeah. I mean, everyone should report back. Look it up on the interwebs. Let us know.
Are you suggesting you're taking the Sox in this one?
I will be taking a Sox.
Okay. The Red Sox are $1.15. The total 8.5. Under 25. Been a move here in this one, a little bit to the under.
So do you know what my favorite color is, Ramon?
I think red.
Yes. Taking the Red Sox here today.
Good handicap.
Yeah, I'm a Husker fan, so I grew up wearing like every sort of red color that you could possibly find, right? And then I'm a Chiefs fan. Oh, I don't know, that might be a red color. The only thing that's blue would be like this Kraken, the Creighton Blue Jays, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Red Sox here today. A pretty good pitching matchup here. They look pretty evenly matched all the way around. I think it's going to come down to Red Sox scoring more runs here, have the better bullpen. That's pretty much it.
All right, Mindy says take those Red Sox with Brian Balo here in this one today. Bello is a 2.7 ERA in his last 3 starts. Red Sox are 7-4 in his 11 starts this season. Red Sox have won 6 of their last 8, but we were on the Twins in both those last 2 games and hit those pretty good. Giolito's starting to find his form as well. 2.74 ERA in his last 4 starts. The White Sox, however, won just 3 of their last 11 games as they come home in this one. So Mindy is going to be on those Red Sox here on the road, but I like the over here. And, well, just because I can't get into the game with Mindy on the side, I think I'm using a premium here, actually. I like this one to go over 8.5, especially if this thing's going to keep dropping like this. I'm going to hold on and wait. Maybe it'll go to 8. There's no doubt that Giolito under in 9 of his 13 starts. So White Sox have gone under in 13 of their last 18. But I do have a White Sox bullpen that has one of the worst DRAs, I think, out of all the bullpens, Mindy. 4.7-ish or so?
4.75-ish, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go over. Mindy's on Boston. I'm on the over. Let's just get the chat's word in here.
Ramon will be taking the Sox on the money line with Steve Domino.
What's that mean?
Yeah, you'll be taking the Sox on the money line with Steve. See, Steve picked the Sox on the money line.
Oh, just taking the whatever, so we can't lose. I get it. Okay. All right, I'm on the over. Ziggy's on the White Sox. Andre's taking the under. I get it. I'm contrarian here, I think, on this one. White Sox for Takia. Butterscotch on Boston. Michael Thompson says, give me the under in this one. Fernando will be with me on the over. And Paul here today, Red Sox. Steve Domino, hello, welcome.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You and Steve agree on the Sox.
Oh, okay, I get it. So, yeah, he's on the Sox. Good one, Steve. Now, if I'm not gonna, we're teasing Steve here, and he might have just actually slipped his mind.
Along. Right.
Oh, he's playing along with it. Okay, because if I say the Sox in general, right? I think the Red Sox are the team more known as the Sox than the White Sox are known as the Sox. I don't know. Does that make any sense?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Jimmy, good to have you today. Appreciate it. Welcome.
Yeah, Jimmy put me in quotes. I wonder what that means.
Oh, okay.
Mindy.
JPZ, I don't know what he means by this.
I know. Is he like challenging me or what?
Former Mindy, former Division II College World Series all-tournament team performer for the Nebraska Omaha Mavericks. Still one of the top defensive players in Mavericks history as a third baseman. All right. Daryl says Red Sox roll. Kevin Graham here today. Jeremy says Red Sox and over. Bionic says Red Sox. And Steve We still don't know who he's on. All right. And hello to Tobias Badassi here today.
Oh,
Great
good
to have you.
for sure.
What's your prediction for under first five?
Well,
Yeah. But if I'm on the over in the game, I'm probably going to be. I'd never.
I don't have any first five, hitting stats. That's what I'd have to look at before I made a decision for you there.
Okay, well, I will tell you this: at Giolito, 5-7-3 is his record in first fives. The White Sox are 27-38-11 in first fives. Red Sox fellow record in first 5 innings, 5-5-1, while the Red Sox in first 5 innings are 27-39-9. Does show you that the Red Sox are a late inning team. So thank you to Jimmy here today. JD says go under. I go over. All right, let's keep going. Gotta keep going here. Angels go into Colorado here. Sandoval on the road, $1.55, maybe even $1.60 here at this point, and this total 11.5 under 20.
I think I'm going to go ahead and go under here today. Sandoval, he's been making or giving me grief all season, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Today, I think it's going to be a Sandoval type of day, right? Freeland, I think he's been doing better. Both of these guys pitch better on their splits than they do overall. So that's why I'm looking a little bit under the total. Angels 4.93 runs, only allow 4.5. Have that nice bullpen as well when they do well. I think they're on the spurt where they're doing well. So we're going to go ahead and take the under.
Couple left-handers. When I see those L's next to the pitchers' names, I look at the under first. No, these guys haven't been great, but I'm going under with the Angels and the Rockies. How could I not? I love going under in these Rockies home games this season. That just has been the way to go. Rockies are also on a bad 8-game losing streak right now, so they've gone under in 4 of their last 5 at home. Freeland's gone under in 6 of his last 9. Angels have gone under in 4 of their last 5, and Sandoval's gone under in 5 of their last 6. What else do you want to know? I'm going under in this
Let's
one.
do it. Consensus play.
Yeah, the chat is going to have their opinions here in this one. Let's take a look. Louise says maybe the Rockies will have a chance. Ziggy is on the Rockies. Kevin Graham says take the Angels here. CTG, hello, first 5 under. And Andre says take the Rockies on the run line here. Michael Thompson says go under. And Butterscotch says Angels money line. Maybe that the pair will hit more home runs as they're hot. We know that. Sandoval has an ERA of 5 in his last 6 starts. Not great. But remember, the Angels, how many runs have they scored in the last 2 games, Mindy?
You're putting me on the spot. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly.
0. Oh.
Has it been 0? I was like, I really can't remember who they even played last series.
It was that Dodger series, remember?
Oh, Dodgers. There we go.
Takia on the Angels today. So, okay, let's move on.
My brain is mush, Ramon. It's mush.
We're on the under here. Oh, we're almost done. We got to get these going. Hey, the Nationals are going to be on the road against my Padres. The Padres are 275 here. This total has moved higher. It's 8 over 20, so maybe the money's coming in on the over here this morning. Don't show it necessarily as any steam or anything, so maybe Padres can obviously expected to smash here, but they're a huge disappointment, especially when favored. What do you think today?
Well, I don't know what to think. I was so totally wrong. I was totally opposite on that Giants-Padres series. I was driving around yesterday getting some errands done, listening to that, game on the radio, and I just couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, here we go, home run, lights out, like everything was going right for this Padres team. So today I'm going back on the Nationals, Ramon. I'm going to go ahead and take them here on the run line. I just think it's just kind of the way that this Padres team has been playing. They haven't really been able to put a lot here together. Maybe they're changing their mind. Maybe Musgrove will do better than his 5.04 ERA at home. Maybe Corbin will do better than his 5.4 ERA on the road. Padres still averaging only 3.7 runs a game. Padres have to show me more. I'm taking the Nationals.
Mindy says take the Nationals. They're 18 games under 500. The Padres not at 500 yet, but Musgrove. Last 5 starts, he's 4-0 with a 2.45 ERA, so he's gotten a lot of heat, but he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Maybe that toe finally fully healed. Feel like this is a better spot for the Padres. The Nationals coming in here, so I'm going to end up here.
I feel a challenge coming up.
Well, yeah, I should. I should, because I feel pretty strongly about the other play. But I'll go with the challenge. Okay, that sounds good. You said it.
All right.
Lay the run ahead.
Versus Mindy, grudge match.
I will take my Padres finally. If I'm taking the Padres, maybe everyone should take note.
Right.
I've faded them correctly. I feel like my record on betting the Padres is far better than the Padres record itself. Corbin 0-3 with a 4.76 ERA in his last 3 starts. You mentioned his road woes, but I'm probably going to be premium city here in this one on the total. See if anybody can get a read on me here.
On that? Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right. Let's see what the chat has to say about my Padres.
Remote on the spot, trying to give him up, put up some more freemiums.
Yeah, well, here I am giving him out on the run line of all things. Ziggy says take the Nationals on the run line. Nathan says, I think Nathan's on the Padres.
Padres.
Let's see here. Kevin, what is he saying here? Padres team total over yesterday. He says he'll go back to it today. Butterscotch says take 2.5 with the Nationals. JD likes the under. Musgrove K-prop over. And Relly Bun says the price on the Padres ridiculous. This feels like the spot for them to roll. Finally, I think this is you gotta sweep this series, Padres, please. Bionic on the Padres, Takia on the Padres, Burley on the Padres. Probably a parlay piece for a lot of people if they want, because 275 on the money line. If you're playing the money line, you're probably going to tie him in with something else. I'll take him on the run line tonight. Oh, Padres here. All right, got a couple more here, Mindy. Let's talk about.
Sure.
Astros and the Dodgers. Maybe this is why the commissioner, remember that was the World Series, the controversial World Series. That's what the commissioner was making his comments on when he talking about the trophy being a piece of metal. He's having regrets over the penalties that he issued, basically only penalizing the organization and the manager, and did not give enough punishment to players involved. They kind of got off scot-free in that one. So here are the Dodgers with Sheehan making his second start, $1.45, 8.5 over 20.
All right, let's go ahead with these 2 rookies. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Astros here today. Probably go ahead and still take them on the run line. Minus 160 gives me a little bit. The Dodgers are a team that always scare me some with how they can go ahead and put up runs, sometimes at will. I don't think they've been scoring as much here as of late. Astros do like to play these interleague games. They're 8-3 in their last 11 here. So, I kind of give it a shot here that Houston wins it outright. But again, I'm going to go ahead and take them here on the run line.
Mindy says take them on the run line here in this one at minus $1.60 or so. And I was kind of maybe willing to go with you in this. I'm not sure, though. My lean feels like Astros, but I'm not sure. But now that I've missed out maybe a little bit on the total, it did get steamed under. I am going to come in on the under in this one with the Astros and the Dodgers. saw a 9 under in overnight betting, but now it's 8.5 over. Maybe I missed out a little bit. Want to make fun of the Dodgers and their next to
And their
last
bullpen.
ERA. I mean, that's just I can't I can't believe it. And no, I don't know. That maybe that's where the flaw is at this point. Give a lot of credit to Eng and the job she's done, but right now they are having problems in an area where they usually are among the most solid teams in the league. The Dodgers, known to have a great bullpen year in and year out. It's just not there at this point. So Astros have struggled a bit, winning just 5 of their last 15, and Dodgers have won 6 of their last 16. So two teams kind of struggling all of a sudden, but they're both 7 or 8 games over 500 still. We can make fun of the Dodgers all we want. Still in fine position. Maybe they'll make some acquisitions. Mindy on the run line here. I'm on the under. I think the comments are kind of slow on this game, it looks like. Let's see. Here's Luis on the Astros with you. I'm leaning that way. I almost want to take them. I'm probably going to decide late, though. I'm tossed up right now. Ziggy on the under here with me. And Nathan worried about the sisters of the, I don't remember what they were called. I don't know if they deserve to be mentioned. And let's see, Nathan, Astros run line, Bionic on the Astros here. Houston for Michael Thompson, Andre on the Dodgers on the money line. And Jeremy says go on the under also, and that's what I'm doing. Mindy's on Astros run line. I'm on the under. Butterscotch, Astros run line. All right, last game, Mindy, Diamondbacks, and Giants. Wow, good game. Good game. Important game here. Davies. What's wrong with Zach Davies here? Giants are $1. Oh, this one's way down. Wow. Steam did come in on Arizona, no doubt about it. Giants are down to $1.60, 8 over 15.
Well, there seems to be nothing wrong with Zach Davies here on the road. 2.31 in those splits with that 7-11 ERA there in total.
He's always open.
Right. Logan Webb's kind of the same way, 3.11 ERA overall. But if I look at his splits, 2.04 at home. So for me, I think these numbers look pretty good. I just need these pitchers to pitch near their splits. I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here of 8 today.
All right, Mindy says go under. Really would like another half a run if I was going to join you, I think, in this one on the under. That's kind of the way I'm feeling about it here in this one. So, yeah, Davies, actually, the numbers you mentioned, his road splits pretty good. In fact, his numbers were okay. He just got shelled over the last 2 games. He got crushed in those last 2 starts, and that all of a sudden has shot his ERA up there to that number that you mentioned. So Webb's been good. 3.21 ERA in his last. He's won both of his last 2 starts. 3.21 ERA in his last 2 starts. But Giants, we know their winning streak came to an end yesterday. They've been hot. I can see why the money's here on the Diamondbacks in this one. They've been so hot right now, and this, who wanted to lay $1.85? I mean, the Diamondbacks are, very hot as well. They've won 11 of their last 16 games, so this should be a pretty good game. Price just still seems a little bit too high. I'll take the Diamondbacks here on the run line in this one. Should be a good game. Nothing wrong with the Diamondbacks here. I mean, they're the team that's 16 games over 500, and the Giants are 9 games over 500. The Dodgers are 7 games over 500. My Padres are 3 games under 500. So they're looking up at all those teams. I mean, they could talk about having to turn it around. I'm talking about my Padres now, but they've got to turn around and then hope some of these teams start losing. And I don't know if that's going to happen.
Right.
That's a look at Major League Baseball. Let me get the comments in there from this game from everybody here. Butterscotch has got a lock. Nathan says Giants run line. Takia on the Giants. Everybody's on the Giants here. I'm on Arizona. Sherilyn's ready to go to the WNBA. Mindy, if you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Michael said under. Jeremy says Diamondbacks are how I make the money. All right. Sherilyn she's our lower third panel here to introduce the WNBA here tonight. And Mindy, it's been such a solid run. It seems like we can't get it. I can't pick a premium in the WNBA to save me, but in our picks, it just feels like we can't miss, quite frankly. So let's take a look at these games. We do see, more movement, I think is the word I want to say here. Let's take a look. Liberty and the Dream, we're going to start it off here in this one. And this total has gone up big time here in the last yeah, for sure. Last 45 minutes, I'd say. Liberty is favored by 8. The total is 170. And it might be going higher. Yeah.
Ramon, I was going to go over this total, but that's getting really high now. Shoot. I'll stick with my overplay. I'll do it here. Mostly because the overs 5-2 in the Dreams last 7 here overall. The over 7-1 in the Dreams last 8 Friday games. The Liberty, they just don't play as well on the road. And so I need I still think they're going to go ahead and get over. That's how I'm going to go. I don't love this pick, you guys, because that number has changed like by 2 baskets on me, basically.
Yeah, but Atlanta's gone over in 4 of their 5 games at home, and I think that they're going to have some big-time trouble, I would think, in the front court. I mean, how are they going to stop Stewart? How are they going to stop Jones? How are they going to stop Ionescu? To me, it looks like the Liberty should be able to have a fun time of it and maybe get it done. I don't know. That's a pretty big number, I would think. To cover. I know the Sharps are going to be on Atlanta here in this game. Maybe Atlanta can get the number. I mean, Ryan Howard, she could have a pretty strong game, I would think. But the Liberty does have some pretty good defensive players. Could make it tough on players like Parker and Jones. But I'm going to go over with you.
All right. That makes me feel better because, again, I feel like I lost some value there. So.
Oh, for sure. And it feels like, maybe we wouldn't do it separately, but maybe that's what we do when we say, we put our handicapping minds together. And maybe that's why it's worked out for us in some of in our WNBA picks.
Yeah, Daryl likes the over too, so that's good.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, he likes team total over for the Dream. So
team total, okay.
Yeah. I think Ryan, like I said, Ryan Howard can have a pretty big game, but I think we're gonna need some of those players, and I think that certainly the Liberty has a better defensive situation at home. Paul says take the Liberty. Jeremy says take the Dream on the money line for an upset. Let me tell you, though, Mindy, it's been all about the dogs so far. Underdogs in the WNBA so far, 58.5%. This is before yesterday, so there was only the 3 games, so it's pretty close. But underdogs heading into yesterday, 58.5%. Home underdogs, 64%. Yeah. So that does favor what there. But Yep. No doubt about it. It's been all about the dogs.
Yeah, I noticed that scoring has been up for the opposing teams, and they've been down for the home teams as well. So that's kind of has maybe a lot more to do with what's going on with how those lines are set too, right? Because a lot of times you're the favorite at home as well.
Right, and we'll see. Because let's see if we have any movement on the next one. Because I did see a little bit of steam coming in on the on the Dallas Wings. So they are now the favorite in this game after being an underdog against the Sparks. Dallas is now the 1-point favorite. The Sparks were a 1-point favorite. I don't know, that's not a significant move, but whenever the favorite switches, I think that's significant. The total here, 163.5. I'm showing the Wings favored here. Mindy, let me see here. For some reason, I've just deleted it. I'm sorry. Wings -1, 163.5 at the Sparks. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, this was sitting at 164.5 earlier. Still going to go ahead and go under the total. I think it's interesting with Dallas from 2. Like, they really, crush the Sparks. So Dallas averages 46.7 from 2, and the Sparks only 38.7. Other than that, all things are pretty equal. So it has a lot to do with size and how they get the ball here to the hoop. So in order to get that ball inside, a lot of times it runs some clock, right? You get later into the shot clock. So I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here.
Okay, Mindy says go under. The Steam came in on the under in this one. Lexi Brown, she will miss this game for the Sparks. Clouden is still also going to be out for the Sparks. I'm going to take the Wings in this one. I like the Wings. It was going to be a premium for me, but I'm not sure I'm in line with Mindy here on the total, which is a surprise. Usually been clicking on some of these, but might not be on that total with you. You're on the under. I'll take the Wings in this one. All right, let's see. We've got a few people here willing to take it. Sherilyn ended up on the Wings here as well as the Dream. And Dream, let's see. Let's see here. Oh, I just popped Sherilyn's up there since she had both games.
Yeah.
Alan looks like he may be on the Dream here, channeling Martin Luther King Jr.
All right.
All right, and hello to Walk This Way. Nice to see you. Looks like that's it for the picks on the WNBA. Mindy, that might be it for the show.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Wings first half for Darren. Mindy will get our plays up there. I think we've got a pretty good card, actually. So, yeah. Paul says, what are the futures here? Yeah, the Aces are I don't know if there's any value.
5,000.
Probably could do better with some other propositions, if you will, trying to find something else to bet on rather than tying your money up here, I think, right? I don't know if I have any futures right this second, but man, they've got to be – I don't want to be wrong in that one, but I don't know. Are they minus 300 to win it all? Or is it higher? So, yeah, CFL, Daryl, I got something here for you tonight as Mindy gets things going here. USFL, though, maybe we can save those for tomorrow in the games, because we know that Michigan and Pittsburgh are going to be playing the one semifinal in New Orleans and Birmingham on Sunday. I think I know where I'm going, but here we go, Mindy. Thank you. We get the plays together here. Oh, let me get the plays, and I'll give that USFL play out here in just a moment. Marlins over, Braves money line, Phillies money line, Rangers money line, Blue Jays over, Angels under. Those are our MLB consensus premiums. And in the WNBA, we went over in the Liberty and the Dream.
So I just looked at one of the books here, and they have Aces future minus 140.
Okay, so I guess that would be big time value.
Yeah.
The way that I see it, I just threw it out there at minus 300.
Yeah, again, I thought it was going to be a lot larger than that.
Okay.
Personally.
Alouettes will play the Tiger Cats tonight in East action, and I'm going to take look. The Tiger Cats have not looked good so far in their 2 games. Maybe the Alouettes have looked okay, but I'm going to come back here on the Tiger Cats and lay 3 points in this one. Pressure's on Hamilton to perform. I don't want to think that it's this successful run is over for Hamilton. I don't think they're up there right now with how they've been of late, but I'm going to take them here against the Alouettes tonight. I lost my play on the show yesterday, so. All right, Mindy, great job, great show. Thanks everybody for the comments. Appreciate you very much. Don't forget, head on over to tonyspicks.com. That's where Mindy and I will have our premium picks. Don't forget, you'll pick up the picks of the morning steam over there as well. That's important because if you missed the show, we're so happy that we've seen so many subscribers. Mindy and I are really amazed, frankly, how many people have subscribed to the picks because we give them out for free here, except on Tuesdays. So we do appreciate it, though, very, very much. It just shows that maybe not everybody can catch the show and whatnot. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go on over to tonyspicks.com. You see there are morning steam numbers. Look at those numbers, Mindy, pretty good. Pretty impressive there if you check it out. And here are the packages you could subscribe to. We do put our packages together every day. We try to bundle it up so you get your money's worth since the plays are free anyways. And I don't know, if we have 7 plays, sometimes we break them up into time segments and maybe give a best bet, the one that Mindy feels like we were strongest on when we were talking about it, I think is kind of the way it works out. So you can get the 3-day for $99, get the 7-day. We know it's free and this costs money, but just know that it helps Mindy and I stay on the air. You guys are motivating us to come on the air, but quite frankly, we do got to sell our premium picks and have winning picks to keep us coming back because we do this as our job.
Yep. And then Paul had a question.
Okay,
so last season, Paul, with football, we did every single game, right? So we started basically on Monday and we ran through a handful of games to get all the way through till Saturday. And it got a little bit, grueling because there were just so many. So we might go ahead and switch it up this coming season. We had kind of talked about it with maybe just doing, some certain conferences and giving away more free picks in the Discord. But I don't know if we've officially narrowed it down or taking games by request. We can do that too, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor of Baltimore. Thanks to Andre as well. Thanks to Thomas. Thanks to everybody for watching the show. I know we made over 100. We got, I think 103 might have been the best number that I saw up there. Maybe you guys know, maybe you guys can help us, but thanks to Daryl and Paul and Walk This Way stopping by, Sherilyn, Takia, Jeremy, Ziggy, Louise. Just want to shout some people out here. Andre, Verley, Scotch, JD, hope I'm getting to you. Kevin, CTG, Jimmy as well was here. Bionic, Steve Domino, Jim, Darren was here. Michael Thompson, of course. Fernando.
Ramon work for his money.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I said hi to everybody. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming in with your picks. Really makes it the best part of the show. It's really all about those picks, to be quite honest. Relly Buns as well, Gigi Virgil. How about it, Ron Hahn as well. Anthony Mule was here. So thanks a lot, everybody. All right, we'll be back tomorrow on Saturday. More morning team. Get those USFL. Preview that first game with Pittsburgh with that. Well, I don't want to give away any plays, but Pittsburgh with that awesome defense. We know that they're
cool uniforms.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.